He's your uncle?
My uncle. So I'm sitting on the couch watching TV and popsicles or whatever, and he knocks on the door, so I let him in because he's been in my family. Well, he's not my biological uncle, but he's been around for so long that he's my uncle. And he said he wasn't feeling well. He just wanted to come over and visit me. And, like, no reason, just showed up at my house. And he's sitting there, and he's real pale, having trouble breathing. And I was like, you don't look so good. And he was like, no, I'll be fine. I was really drunk, smoking cigarettes. He just had a triple bypass heart surgery, like, 2 months before, so he shouldn't have been drinking at all. But he was like, no, I'll be fine. And I finally said, you know what, I'm calling an ambulance. The doctor said if I had waited 10 more minutes, he would have died.
Oh my gosh.
And I told him, I said, look, I don't care how mad you get at me, I'm calling an ambulance. Because this is not cool. You look like you're about to die on me. He was like, oh, I'll be fine.
Jeez.
Yeah, like if I hadn't called, I'd have had a dead man sitting on my mom's couch.
There was one time, I work night shift now, but I was working night shift at the time too, and I'm pretty person of routine. I start my rounds at the same place, the same time, every night. And this one night I had this urge to start a different way. And I started my rounds backwards. For one, it's a creepy hallway, and I really didn't like to go down there, so I was like procrastinating from going down all the way down the hall. But good thing I had, because one of my residents, she's long gone now, but she had gotten pretty much, she was almost to the point where we would have had to take her to the hospital because of diabetic coma.
Oh, jeez.
It was a good thing, like, me and my nurse, I worked with a really good nurse at the time, and we were able to get her back. We gave her lots of honey and stuff to get her back, but if I would have waited and done my rounds the other way around, she would have either been dead or, like, a lot worse off.
Yeah. Still residual pain right here, but the rest of it's gone.
I think he's okay. I keep saying he, but it could be a she.
I feel like he.
We'll have to see. But, what else?
I'm just blown by this whole fucking thing. Like, that car did not look like whoever was in that front seat.
I've never had such a personal Mandela effect. That's basically what this is, a Mandela effect.
That's what it feels like, because I swear to God that appointment was later.
And last night, we had taken Anthony to do one of his videos, and we had left the parking lot at Fort Walla Walla, and I just had this feel like something changed, like something was right.
Yeah.
Like the lights looked different, everything looked different. Like I kept seeing blue lights everywhere, and I'm like for some reason I thought that the lights were blue. I don't know, it was weird. And like I kept getting this weird feeling, and then now this happened today, so I'm like, it's just weird. I don't know, so when he went back in time again and changed something or what? I have to see what else Mandela effect's happening.
It feels like they saved us.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing in our future to us being saved?
Like, are we gonna foster the next, the first female president or something?
Are you gonna have the first female president? No. We do plan on fostering, and we're gonna try to get pregnant and stuff. So, like, I don't know.
Maybe my child is supposed to be.
Maybe you'll be a genius, or maybe
it's the Antichrist.
Trump's the Antichrist. I didn't say that.
No.
They say in the Bible the Antichrist. I know the Bible, but they say in the Bible the Antichrist is supposed to be smooth talking and able to say whatever he wants, and people will fall for him, even though it's stupid, or, even though it's like wrong.
Makes no sense.
But he's supposed to be very suave and very like Trump. Even though he can say he's gonna grab a lady by her snatch, we still fall for it for some reason. I don't follow it. It's trying to be appropriate.
Appropriate. Say the words the man said. Grab her by the pussy. That's what he said.
And how he'd like to sleep with his daughter, but you guys still voted for him.
That's no sense making to me.
I didn't vote for him.
I don't know. Weird shit.
Anyway, we're waiting for Anthony's next video.
Deb soon. It was just a surreal experience for the two of us because we really feel like something changed.
Yeah, like...
And we don't know, like, how it would have happened.
Yeah, earlier he's like, oh, I better check to see what time it is.
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure we'd get there on time. But she said 6:30. I said, well, I thought it was 6:40. I go to check, it's 6 o'clock. Like, what?
It was not 6 o'clock. And what were you saying, the ink looked different or something?
The letters... The between your appointment card and my appointment card, even though they were printed on the same computer...
Like one right after the other.
Look different. Come out of there. The twos look different. And your T is missing a little bit of ink in one spot that if it was the same printer, mine would have the same missing ink. It was just a tiny little dot, but...
I was marking some of this off so you guys can't see it. They didn't say anything but the important parts.
Oh, yeah.
Bear with me, you guys.
Pain's back.
Maybe he coded and brought it back.
Maybe.
Sorry, you guys. I'm a medical professional, so it's not like I'm being heartless or anything. That look okay?
Yeah. Just make sure they can't see the names.
Well, I figured the first name's not a big deal. It's
Not
not
the last name, the middle names.
Alright. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell if it looks any different.
I could see it up close. You might not be able to see it, but like the T in my name looks fully formed. But the T in her name looks like it's missing just a teeny tiny bit of ink in one spot, where if it was the same printer, it would have been missing that in mine too. That's just my own personal thing, I guess. And the twos look different. Look at the twos.
The two.
Can you see the twos?
Yeah, it's backwards, but...
Yeah, but like how the tip of the two, like when you start writing the two, it just looks a little bit different.
It's all done by the same printer and the same lady.
It's just a little creepy to me that it changed so much.
My glasses.
I feel like something should have... It wasn't at 6. I swear it wasn't at 6.
No. It was either 6:30 or 6:40, and I could have sworn it was 6:30 at least. Just like I said, like, she offered me, and I was like, oh yeah, you picked this slot after me, remember?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, they gave you the other one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just kind of freaking out about it.
And Dr. Duffy's not easy to get into, usually.
Weird. Ugh. Anyway.
Poor car, though. I bet if we were, like, behind him or something,
Probably would have hit.
probably would have been like a chain reaction. And you're saying you had a bad feeling, too, like yesterday?
I've had a bad feeling since Sunday.
Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
I
have
remember
next
saying
present.
something doesn't feel right
Yeah.
on Sunday.
You said in the last one that's loading now, there's more to the universe than what we know. Definitely.
Creepy shit. Anyway, we should probably just end this because there isn't much else to talk about.
Like and subscribe,
Don't forget to do that.
please. Pretty please.